Hi everyone, welcome to our show Apple Voice, Voice of the Apple. I am your host Srinivas. This is Season 1 episode number 12, and the main focus of this episode is how to use trackpad on Mac with VoiceOver. We get a trackpad on every MacBook by default, and we can purchase an external trackpad for desktop Macs like iMac, Mac Mini, or Mac Studio. The trackpad on Mac is excellent and it is VoiceOver friendly. We cannot get such a trackpad on any Windows laptop. In this episode, I'll demonstrate a few basic gestures which we can perform on a trackpad, and also I demonstrate a few settings of Finder by using trackpad on Mac with VoiceOver. We can assign more than 250 gestures to this trackpad as a VoiceOver user. Without further delay, let's get started. First, let's see how to turn on a trackpad with VoiceOver on Mac. Press and hold the VoiceOver modifier keys and rotate the rotor on the trackpad in the clockwise direction with two fingers as you rotate a rotor on an iPhone.
Trackpad commands on.
Now the trackpad commander is turned on my Mac. If you would like to turn off the trackpad commander on Mac, press and hold the VoiceOver modifier keys and rotate the rotor in the anti-clockwise direction with two fingers on the trackpad.
Trackpad commands off.
Let me turn on the trackpad commander once again by pressing and holding the VoiceOver modifier keys and by rotating the rotor in the clockwise direction on my trackpad.
Trackpad commands on.
I will demonstrate the usage of the trackpad with the help of the Finder application on my Mac.
Desktop, Ocean.
We are on the desktop right now.
Finder, Desktop.
I would like to go to the dock to launch the Finder. Two finger double tap exactly on the bottom middle of the trackpad to go to dock.
Finder.
Single finger double tap on the trackpad to launch the Finder.
Finder, Srinivas, Window, Column View.
I would like to show you the layout of the Finder with the help of the trackpad. The keyboard focus is on the column of the Finder right now. Let me go to the very beginning of this Finder window just by clicking left with a single finger on the trackpad.
Vertical splitter. Sidebar, Toolbar, Srinivas, Full screen, Minimize, Close.
We have reached the very beginning of this Finder window to the close button.
Close.
Click right with a single finger from here.
Minimize. Full screen.
Click right once again with single finger.
Srinivas.
This is just a heading of a folder or drive in which I am in right now. Click right once again with single finger on the trackpad.
Toolbar.
Here is a toolbar. Click right once again with single finger.
Sidebar. Row 4 of 10. Srinivas. Selected.
This is the sidebar of the Finder in which we get various folders or drives. Click right once again with single finger on the trackpad.
Vertical splitter.
This is a vertical splitter which separates this Finder window into two parts vertically. Click right once again with single finger to cross this vertical splitter.
Column view.
This is the column browser of the Finder, which contains the files of the selected drive inside the sidebar. This is the layout of the Finder on Mac. Now let me show you the settings of the Finder simply by using the trackpad gestures. We know that Command comma opens the settings of the Finder, but I would like to use the trackpad throughout this demonstration. Two finger double tap on the top middle area of the trackpad to go to the Apple menu bar.
Menu bar, Apple.
Click right with a single finger.
Finder.
Click down with single finger on the trackpad until we get Settings.
Finder. About Finder. Settings ellipsis command, comma.
Single finger double tap on the trackpad to activate this menu item.
Finder settings, window. Show all file name extensions, unchecked.
Now we are on the Finder settings window. Let's go to the toolbar on this window.
Toolbar.
Let's interact with this toolbar just by flicking with the two fingers from left to right on the trackpad.
In toolbar. For items, advanced.
Click left with the single finger until we get General.
Sidebar. Tags. General.
Single finger double tap on this toolbar item to select it.
General selected.
Now let's uninteract with this toolbar by flicking from right to left with the two fingers on the trackpad.
Out of toolbar.
Click right with single finger.
Show these items on the desktop.
This is just a heading.
Hard disks, unchecked.
We can check this box just by double tapping with the single finger on the trackpad.
Checked.
If we check this box, then we can see our native Macintosh HED on the desktop. If we don't want Macintosh HED on the desktop to appear, we must uncheck this box.
Hard disks, checked.
I am just unchecking this box by double tapping on the trackpad with single finger.
Unchecked.
Click right with single finger.
External disks, checked.
I have checked this box because I would like to see any external drives or pen drives on my desktop. Click right once again.
CDs, DVDs, and iPods, checked.
Click right with single finger once again.
Connected servers, unchecked.
I left this box unchecked because I'm not using any servers. Click right once more.
New Finder Windows show. Srinivas.
Here I have selected my home folder. That's why my Finder always opens with my home folder whenever I launch my Finder.
Srinivas.
Single finger double tap to activate this menu.
Menu. Check mark. Srinivas.
Click up or flick down to see various menu items.
Desktop. Documents. Recents.
If you don't change any Finder settings, then your Finder always launches with the Recents folder by default.
iCloud Drive.
If you want that your Finder must launch with the iCloud Drive always, then single finger double tap on this menu item to select it.
Srinivas.
Click right with the single finger once again.
Sync desktop and documents folders, checked. Your desktop and documents folders are being synced with iCloud Drive. You can also access them from your other devices. Open folders in tabs instead of new windows, unchecked.
If we check this box, then the Finder always uses tabs instead of windows. But I would like to see anything as a window inside the Finder on my Mac. That's why I left this box unchecked. Let's go back to the toolbar by using Vivo FN left arrow on the keyboard. Of course, we can assign a gesture to the trackpad to go to this toolbar with that gesture.
Toolbar.
Once again, interact with the toolbar by flicking with the two fingers from left to right on the trackpad.
In toolbar. For items, general.
Click right with single finger.
Tags.
Single finger double tap on this toolbar item tags.
Show these tags in the sidebar.
Click right with single finger.
Add.
Click right with the single finger once again.
Remove.
I have not added any tag to my sidebar, but I would like to show you how to add a tagged folder to the sidebar.
Add.
Single finger double tap on this add button.
Untitled. Content selected.
We can rename this folder. Click right with single finger.
Remove.
Single finger double tap on this remove button.
Cancel.
Click right.
Delete tag.
Single finger double tap.
Add.
We are done. Let's go back to the toolbar by flicking left with single finger on the trackpad.
Toolbar.
Interact with this toolbar once again.
Into tags.
Click right.
Sidebar.
Single finger double tap on this toolbar item.
Sidebar selected.
Uninteract with this toolbar just by flicking with the two fingers from right to left on the trackpad.
Out of toolbar.
Click right with single finger.
Scroll area.
Interact with the scroll area by flicking from left to right on the trackpad with two fingers.
In scroll area. 25 items. Favorites.
Here there are so many folders or drives inside this scroll area. I'll just walk you through these items by flicking right on my trackpad.
Recents. Unchecked. AirDrop. Unchecked.
If you would like to add any one of these folders to your sidebar, then check the box.
Applications. Checked. Downloads. Checked.
If you don't want any folder inside your sidebar, you can uncheck the box in the same way.
On my Mac. Unchecked. Movies. Unchecked. Music. Unchecked.
Uninteract with the scroll area by flicking with the two fingers from right to left on the trackpad.
Out of scroll area.
Click left with the single finger to go to the toolbar.
Show these items in the sidebar. Toolbar.
Interact with this toolbar once again.
In toolbar. For items. Sidebar.
Click right with the single finger.
Advanced.
Single finger double tap on this toolbar item.
Advanced selected.
Uninteract with this toolbar by flicking from right to left with two fingers on the trackpad.
Out of toolbar.
Click right with the single finger.
Show all file name extensions. Unchecked.
If we check this box, then we can see file extensions against the files. For example, if the file is a PDF, then we can see its file extension as .pdf. If the file is an MP3 audio file, then the file extension would be .mp3.
Show all file name extensions. Unchecked.
I have unchecked this box because I don't want file extensions. Click right, single finger.
Show warning before changing an extension. Checked. Show warning before removing from iCloud Drive. Checked. Show warning before emptying the trash, checked.
It is better to check all these boxes to receive warning alerts. Click right with single finger once again.
Remove items from the trash after 30 days, checked.
If you check this box, then your trash bin will be emptied for every 30 days. Click right with single finger.
Keep folders on top. In Windows when sorting by name, checked.
I'm just navigating by flicking right with single finger.
On desktop, unchecked. When performing a search. Search this Mac when performing a search.
Single finger double tap on this item.
Menu, check mark, search this Mac.
This activates a menu. Click down.
Check mark, search this Mac. Search the current folder. Use the previous search scope.
We can see 3 options under this menu.
Check mark, search this Mac.
I have checked this option because whenever I perform a search on my Mac, then it must search the entire Mac. These are the various settings of the Finder on Mac. 2-finger scrub on the trackpad is nothing but pressing the escape key.
Column view.
Now I came back to the Finder window.
Close.
Now let me close this Finder just by double tapping on this close button with single finger on the trackpad.
Ocean.
I am back to the desktop. In this episode, I have shown you a few basic gestures that we can perform on the trackpad with VoiceOver. If you have any queries, feedbacks, or suggestions, feel free to write us to our email address appleabilities@gmail.com. You can also visit our YouTube channel Apple Voice and our website applevoice.in. I hope you have enjoyed this episode and I'll meet you soon with another episode like this. Until then, follow us and stay tuned. Thank you all. Thanks for listening and bye for now.
This is an
This
Apple
is an
Voice
Apple
presentation.
Voice presentation.